Talking Tile, the Ontario Farm Drainage Series, is brought to you by the Land Improvement Contractors of Ontario.
Hi, I'm Bernard Tobin. Welcome to Talking Tile. On this episode, we're going to talk about why and how farm drainage contractors are licensed in Ontario. We'll get the licensing details from OMAFRA Drainage Program Coordinator Tim Brook, and we'll also get a unique perspective from farmer and drainage contractor Jeremy Rayum. We're going to kick things off with Tim Brook from OMAFRA. Sir, great to have you on Talking Tile.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here as well.
Hey, on our first episode, Peter Johnson and Matt Williams talked about the need for licensing of contractors in Ontario. Talk about how that came about and why.
For sure. So in 1972, the Agricultural Tile Drainage Installation Act was first put in place, and it was there really to ensure that farmers have the assurance that these systems are going to be put in place, they're designed properly and installed properly to provide drainage for them for their crop production systems.
Hey, let's talk about OMAFRA here and your role in this process, this licensing process.
Okay, so OMAFRA is responsible for that act, and through that we license contractors. We issue a series of licenses, a business license, machine licenses, as well as for individual operators. And there's a process by which we put those different entities through to ensure that the product, again, is installed properly, constructed properly. As part of that, we have courses as well that we offer through Ridgetown College. That is a requirement for some of the operators to get the training that they need, again, to ensure that the quality of the system is there.
Yeah, talk about the nuts and bolts of that program, that training. Tim, what do operators have to go through?
For sure. So the first part is the operator licensing system is essentially a phased process. There's three different types of licenses: Class C, Class B, and ultimately a Class A is a fully licensed operator. So they start off by apprenticing at a business. They have to put in 60 days of time doing a number of activities on the production system, digging holes, making connections, that sort of thing. Once they get those 60 days, they can apply for a Class C license. They're then able to operate the machine under the supervision of a Class A operator. Right. And at that point, they start getting their hours. They accumulate their hours of up to 250 hours of on-seat time in the machine. And they can use that then in conjunction with the primary drainage course to apply to upgrade to a Class B license. Right. Once they're a Class B, they're able to operate a little more independently. They can connect with their Class A operator, not continuously, but on a 3-hour basis. And then they accumulate more hours, and they also take the advanced drainage course, which really teaches the nuts and bolts of system design and how to be an effective operator and really give the quality product that the producer needs.
So we have our operators, they're licensed, they've gone through the training, they've gone through the course. Tim, how do farmers learn or know whether the operator they're hiring is licensed?
That's a great question. So OMAFRA has a website, and it's ontario.ca/drainage. And on there is a listing geographically showing where the operators, the businesses are located across the province. So you can look and see who is around you to see who you want to potentially contact and get information on pricing or system design information. And it's really, really important that when you reach out to these individual contractors, ask them if they're licensed. Ask them if you can get their business license number, and you can always reach out to OMAFRA as well to see if they are licensed in fact. Because it's a yearly process where they have to renew, and so it has to be current all the time.
I'm now joined by Jeremy Rayum. Hey, it's a busy time for farming and drainage. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
No, thanks for having me, Bern.
Hey, I want to talk about your operation. Now, as I say, uniquely, you're a contractor and a farmer. Tell us about how those businesses come together.
Well, we're cash crop farmers down in Essex County, and we have a drainage business, so mostly just corn, beans, and wheat. And then drainage business takes up most of our time, so we're busy this time of year, but they work kind of together, we kind of overlap, keeps us moving.
Now, I want you to put your farmer hat on here. From that perspective, why is licensing of contractors important?
Well, I think the licensing of contractors is important because it sets up a standard for quality of work. When I hire somebody to come to do tiling, I want to know that they're properly trained. They've got, the right equipment, the right know-how, and I just want to know, I want the peace of mind that I'm not just hiring somebody who decided to just start putting tile in with no experience or no know-how, no ability.
Right. Now, change hats from a contractor perspective. How important is that licensing to your business?
I think as a contractor, the licensing is important because it sets us apart from anybody else that tries to do tiling, that we've been through training, we've We know we have experience, we know how to deal with certain problems, and then in the long run, it gives us the ability to say, hey, we're going to be here, we can solve problems, we can go to bat for our customers, and if they do have issues, and help our farmers out that way.
What about overall here now, Jeremy? I mean, Tim talked about the licensing process, how long it's been in place. Now, why is that good for the industry? I mean, like, from an investment perspective, from an innovation perspective, there's got to be a lot of implications here.
Well, from the business side of it, you invest a lot of money in equipment and training and people, and then you don't want just anybody that can jump into the business and becomes whoever has the most money can be in business, not who is the most qualified.
Right.
Licensing for the contractors, for the industry, makes us as contractors better because it gives us a standard to work to. The machines are licensed, so we know the machines are performing right, but because the machines are performing faster and faster as the years go on, we're getting more efficient, more technology, and the licensing just helps to make sure that the operator and the machine are doing the best job they can and giving the farmers the most bang for their buck.
Hey, great stuff. Really appreciate you stopping by and taking some time to talk tile.
All right, thanks.